What's happening, YouTube? It's K Mega 405 live from the 405, where I'm just your regular gamer talking to the intelligent gamers out there. Now, it is no secret that I've been in a bad situation all week long. I made my video, didn't get a lot of views from it, but I did get a lot of attention on Facebook and other places about how I felt about what went on with the two gentlemen that got killed by the police officers. But it also to be said that it's sad to see any innocence taken away, and I feel bad for the police officers from Dallas, from Atlanta, and from Alabama that lost their lives unnecessarily. You know, I'm a strong proponent about, you know, there should be better policing, but there's also we should just be better as a country and try to get through this, because this is a troubling time right now. But I want to commend all the YouTubers that opened their mouth, had a voice, and said what they felt about it, regardless of how others may felt. You know, so what? Because this is serious. Sometimes we got to step out of our comfort zone and talk about things that may be uncomfortable to other people, but this is reality. And I felt that this was something that I had to address. But now we're gonna get back to gaming and talk about some topics right here. First, I want to talk about the whole Dustin going crazy at IGN, or well, talking to some Xbox guys and allowing a PlayStation guy to just rip and cuss Killer Phil, you know, Aaron Greenberg, and you know, and just the staff of Xbox, because they're proud of Inside. Inside is a wonderful game. I played it. It's if you like Limbo, if you ever played Limbo, it's like that on like triple crack. It's amazing. It's fun. Now, the only thing that I will say about it is that I wouldn't give it a 10, because it doesn't take that long to beat, and it's an indie. Yeah, I've said this before, that I feel that indies should be in their own category when there was award shows. I don't feel that there should be any indie to overtake any AAA game, just for the mere reason because of the scope and the scale. I mean, you know, like if you had No Man's Sky, to where it's a wonderful game, it's great and it's almost endless, then you could put that into the category. But a game that's only 3 hours long, no, it should never be game of the year. But if it was an indies category, definitely I would say it's the best indie. And I mean, to me right now, out of some of the indies that I have played, it's that or Ori and the Blind Forest. And I know Ori and the Blind Forest won last year, but I mean, those are absolutely great. And then what Xbox is doing right now with their indies, you know, from the debacle that happened back in 2013, and they weren't about the indies. They actually, some can argue and say they have the best lineup of indie games, better than PlayStation. PlayStation may have a horde of them, but you know, it's all about quality, not quantity. And for, you know, the guy from IGN to allow that guy to talk about those executives like that, and to go after you know, Xbox guys because they were just saying what they felt, is absolutely ridiculous. It shows that the fanboyism is real, and the biasness is on high alert, man. It's been like that. I mean, I've been seeing it ever since, you know, the whole Xbox PlayStation ordeal started in 2013, but it's gotten more ramped up. And now, since Microsoft is having some sort of momentum with the Project Scorpio and with the S and the controllers and all the good news, and you could play anywhere, and all of these new functions, and the 10th anniversary, and the games, of the success of Halo, all this, it's actually getting people frustrated. People that has no love for Microsoft, is getting them frustrated. And it's a fact. You don't hear a lot of good positive news coming out on the Sony side right now. And if you do hear anything, it's people going off and making attention. When you have your executive of Sony come out and don't talk about the Neo so much, but take shots at Microsoft for talking about their specs for the Project Scorpio, I find that to be hypocritical and funny at the same damn time, just for the fact that you did this in 2013. That was the one reason why people still to this day say the PlayStation 4 is more powerful than the Xbox One. But it's also funny and ironic that the same thing happened to you, and now you're feeling the heat, and that's why you are holding, and I think everybody knows why they're holding the Neo back, is because they want to make it comparable or somewhat close to being comparable with the Scorpio. And I think that Microsoft is just sitting back playing their cards like, you got to show your system first. So whenever you do, we'll be right there to match you and make sure that it's more powerful. When they said that it was going to be the most powerful system of all time, I think that Killer Phil was not playing no games when he said it. So, with all that being said, it's looking really crazy. And then you have Boyes, I think that's his name is, that got let go. They said that he left Microsoft. I mean, I'm sorry, but Sony. But if you get promoted and then just a couple of years later you just decide you want to walk away, I think everybody actually knows what that is. He got canned, and for whatever reason, it's just that Sony is making a lot of changes. To me, it's nowhere near as bad as Konami, but it just sounds like the collapse within management, because they seem like they're going two different directions, is being apparent. And and for the not hearing so many good news about from the Neo is the stocks went down on that. For Uncharted, the sales were good. They were good for any company would want to have that many up to 3 million sold. But when you have a fan base of 44 million, that's not a good look for your best game to date. And that's not looking good. And Microsoft is making sure that they are aiming for the future by taking gaming, not because they want to have the most console sales. I think that they're actually looking at what always mattered was the software sales. So for the Play Anywhere idea, for you just buying one game and you could play it anywhere, it's awesome. It's amazing. And for the media to try to spin it the way that they have, and try to say that people confused because of the S. The S is selling. It's sold out on Amazon, and for they're hurting their brand. Basically, they don't have any exclusives. How is it that they don't have any exclusives? I think the people are actually really reading and paying attention and understanding that if Microsoft owns the property, owns the operating system, it is still their property. And I think that the excitement and the buzz about what Microsoft is doing right now is getting a lot of people nervous. And it's starting to make people that went to the PlayStation 4 after the 360 look like they're going to be coming back to the X1 here eventually. So, I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. Big shout out to Intro Media Gaming, to my boy B Shadows and Rain, and also to the Recap podcast and the next podcast. So, shout out everybody. Have a good Sunday. Peace.